Progressive Democrats on Friday called on Senate leadership to oppose the confirmation of any nominee to an executive branch position who is a lobbyist or former lobbyist for any corporate client or who is a C-suite officer for a private corporation. In a letter to Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican of Kentucky, and Minority Leader Charles Schumer, Democrat of New York, 13 progressive members of Congress asked that they oppose these nominees for this administration or any future administration. Democratic Representatives Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Raul Grijalva, I always have trouble pronouncing his last name, Barbara Lee, Katie Porter, Pramila Jayapal, Rashida Tlaib, and Ayanna Pressley, among others. I hope if Rose signed this and they didn't put his name in, I'm going to be pissed. Signed on to the letter, because they love snubbing him. Ending the practice of filling cabinet and sub-cabinet posts with current or former corporate officers and lobbyists is not to offer a commentary on each individual person's character. It is to make a statement of principle, they wrote. The group noted that Schumer opposed President Trump's nominees like former ExxonMobil CEO Rex Tillerson for the position of Secretary of State. Tillerson was fired from his post in 2018 and replaced by now Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. They said that an officer or lobbyist of a major bank should similarly not be working on financial policy in a Democratic administration. So I agree with the practice of these people having a conflict of interest. But see, the reason this letter kind of annoys me a little bit is because there's this tendency to grandstand when it comes to doing things opposed to Trump that happened before he took office. So I talked about how when Obama won the presidency, his cabinet was picked by Citibank, which included his Treasury Secretary. And since they're both tied to money, that's a conflict of interest. Timothy Geithner is just garbage. But regardless of that, it seems as if the only time you can really get these people to oppose money in politics and these people who are rich or in some position of financial power, like being the head of a bank, getting a position, is when they're a member of the opposing team. And you see the same thing with campaigns right now. If you get a campaign advertisement from, let's say, Collins in Maine, who is someone that I've defended before, but you look at her campaign stuff, they're pouring in dollars from New York. And the inference is that all these liberals are trying to buy this seat, even though literally everybody that runs asks people to donate to them. But my point is that it's always hard for me to take this stuff seriously, because I know that when Biden wins, presuming that he wins, or if Trump gets a second term, if Biden gets a first term, all of these Democrats that are sitting over here going, oh my God, we should not put people who have conflicts of interest financially in positions relating to financial policy, they're all going to turn a blind eye. And they're going to support him if he runs for another term, because that's why I don't enjoy really paying attention to this stuff that much anymore. It's just a bunch of hypocrites. And if someone's on your team, they're able to convince you that as long as you support the person on your team, you can get someone that's not as bad as the person on the other team. So I just see it as grandstanding, but I don't dare criticize AOC. Otherwise, progressives won't watch me. Oh, wait.